Hey guys, this is Travis with Beyond Bipolar blog. Today I'm going to take a little bit of break from my fitness stuff on my Beyond Bipolar dog channel. I've decided to just do a reaction video. I thought this one was pretty interesting. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I figured I might as well record myself because the topic interests me. It says, do you have a mental illness and you're able to function, work, or school? How? He writes, if you cover from a severe mental illness, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar, major depression, are you surprised most people get on disability and never recover again? What is required for me to recover 100%? And someone wrote, great question, good YouTube video. I suffer from the same things. So let's get to it.
Hey guys, how's everyone? Right guys, I have a question for you for those of you who have severe mental illness. If you have bipolar, schizoaffective, schizophrenia, or major depression, and you need to take a lot of medications, or maybe two or one, it doesn't matter. My question is, I know you probably were able to function before your mental illness hit you. So, how were you able to recover? What meds are you on? What happened that you were able to recover? If right now, at the present moment, you're working part-time or going to school, college, university, or doing things that require stress. So um, I've been on some meds already, and I changed.
So I just want to let you guys know I think employment is very hard for people with mental illness. For me, I struggle with employment, but let's get back to the basics. I was actually diagnosed when I was 21 with bipolar disorder. Prior to that, or before that, I had a job as a landscaper for a year in 2005. In 2006 and 7, I was an irrigator. I worked on irrigation systems from 2006 and then 2007. And then after that, maybe 2 years later, I ended up, maybe a year after, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And for me, although I did get my degree in technical management, I ended up at DeVry. I was at like maybe 5 or 6 different schools in the end. I first initially started with a general degree, or not even a degree. I just started with taking generals first at a university of Wisconsin, River Falls. That was for a year and a half. And then I switched to Academy College, and then I switched to Brown College. At first at Academy College, I wanted to major in animation, but the stress from it really didn't feel that great for me. And then I decided to switch to game design, and the stress for that was even worse. So I only stayed with that for 6 months, and all of a sudden I jumped to 2008. That was when I was at Brown College. I ended up having a manic episode from Paxil that I was on. So this was the start of my life in which I was starting to struggle with mental health issues, and it was causing some performance issues at school, at work, and starting to digress into something that was a lot more challenging in the end. So this diagnosis happened in 2008, and that leads me up to 2009, which I ended up going into I switched from game design at Brown College to a business degree at Brown College. So it was maybe 3 or 4 years into my degree, you could say. I had a lot of generals, game design courses, art courses, and that all translated into a degree at DeVry University in 2009. Ironically, my mental health became so bad that I quit part way in between, and that led me to drive 19 hours to Virginia from Minnesota. And then I decided to quit school. I hung up a rope, and then that's when my crash course began with mental health issues. And in 2009, I forgot to mention that from January to April, I believe, I was actually worked at Wells Fargo as a loan fulfillment agent, which is just basically doing some computer mailroom work, etc. That paid 15 an hour, which was pretty good in 2009 at the time, but I only lasted a couple months until the stress from not being able to sleep, the early mornings, the fact that I went to work and then school 3 to 4 days a week and working 5 days a week full time, it really threw me over. And I decided to quit work. I decided to quit school. And then that's when panic set in. I ended up in my first hospitalization in 2009, I believe, of July. And that's at first when I was actually diagnosed with psychosis and OS. Then they later termed it as schizoaffective bipolar disorder or schizoaffective disorder bipolar type. And it's been hell through then. I was on 7 different medications for a year. And let's just jump to the work history. Well, I didn't work since 2011 to 12, in which like in 2010, I got my bachelor degree finally. And you got to be aware that I'm lucky because my college credits from the University of Wisconsin transfer because they are regionally accredited, but the nationally accredited ones usually do not get translated into other universities as well, especially major ones. And I was lucky because this was a nationally accredited school, but they accepted regionally accredited schools and they accepted nationally accredited schools from Academy College and Brown College. So going for a technical management degree suited me pretty well. And in the end, it ended up useful, which we'll get to it. So in 2011, 2012, I decided, okay, 2009, I can't remember if it was 2009 or 10, but maybe it was 2011 to 12. Well, I had my first job since 2009 working for UPS as a loader, and that was really stressful. I was no longer on medications, and I was really welled up with mixed episodes where I was very angry all the time, wouldn't sleep, have clashes with relationships regarding my brother and his girlfriend. And then I decided to try to go back to school at DCTC and Century College. I thought I'd try to go into um, orthotics like my friend did, but I didn't even last for over a semester, and I ended up quitting anyways. But I was always back and forth with occupations. I couldn't last very long. I would not be able to last very long ever. My major job that I've had was probably at UPS, which is 6 months total, and then I quit that, and then I wanted to be a piano tuner, and I'm still trying to work on piano tuning studies up to this day, and I'm getting more hardcore at it. So that leads me up to 2014, 2015. I had a very, very hard year. 2015, I worked as a part-time janitor, working maybe 11 to 12 hours, 13 hours a week, 6 days a week, 13 hours, 6 days a week. And I lasted that for 6 months as well. And that wasn't that exciting. I just took it because I felt the distraction was good for me, and not only that, when I was at DBT for 6 months, they really recommended me to work, so that was just an excuse to, keep the DBT therapists quiet because they all assume that is what I really need to do with my life. And then I ended up having a crash course again. Ever since then, I've been on Latuda, and that stabilized me. And then 2015, I was on antidepressant called Zymbalta, and that continued to help. And it wasn't till 2018 where I gone. There was actually a few other odd jobs I'd done in between those years, like a couple of days working at a at a at a manufacturing site or doing general labor outdoors. And then that led to 2018 where I worked at a bar maybe 40 hours a week, and that only lasted maybe 3 4 months. And then simultaneously I would work at um it was actually called DRC, which was required a bachelor's degree, It was working part time at night, 20 hours a week, and was actually doing test scores. My brother's been doing this probably 2 to 3 years longer than me. He started in 2016 or 17, and I initially decided to join. It was really not that bad. The work, I thought it would just kill me. I wouldn't be able to do both jobs, but in the end, I was able to manage both. I was able to do both, and ironically, I did manage them. But I quit the bar job because it was just really stressful. I just felt like I didn't want to do it anymore, and the environment around drugs and things like that really didn't suit me, so I never went back. And then the year later, in 2019, I ended up trying to go back to work at another test scoring place, which was Questar. They also did charge like maybe 15 an hour. Same with DRC and UPS. I only made like $11 an hour, maybe even $10 an hour tops. So it wasn't that much money, but I got really physically in shape at that time. Anyways, let's digress. I got back to Questar and I haven't worked there since. It was actually pretty stable. If you like computer work and you don't want to work too hard, I think sitting on a computer scoring children's tests is actually pretty easy. I think I was able to manage my own mental illness. At the time, I would sleep 12 hours, so I'm a guy that really likes to sleep later in the morning or closer to the afternoon, so I still do that up to this day. I hate getting up early in the morning, and I hate doing this and that in the morning, so I don't get up till used to be 1 p.m., but now it's like maybe 11 a.m. Used to be even 9 to 10 earlier this year, but or last year, and then I decided to just stay up a little later for who knows why. But I haven't worked since 2019, and can I say, has my mental illness affected my ability to work? Yes, absolutely. Do I have the ability to work? Probably, but have a lot of passions like art, music, and working out, and that's probably my focus. And piano technician studies, and A+ certification studies, which is computer scoring, computer test certification. So I'm doing a lot on my mind, but at the same time, to let you guys know, I think anyone dealing with the mental illness work is really hard to deal with, especially at a full-time level. Not only that, I hate to say it, I've been on Social Security disability since 2009, and right now it's 2021. So I've had some source of income, and I felt like maybe in the end that was part of the reason on why I did not want to work, because essentially I was able to find stability with the life that I'm living right now, living with my dad, my brother, and doing odd job professional artist work here and there and composing music. And I haven't worked for 2 years, so I know how troubling it can be. So I'm sure you're probably sick and tired of hearing me what to say, so let's just get back to the video.
Meth and everything. I'm just trying to, back then I was going to college part time and military part time and, part time work. I was able to do fine. And now when the schizoaffective hit me back in 2003, I was discharged from the military. I had to quit school and also part time work. And even while I was on disability, I tried to be a truck driver. I was on the road and I got suicidal thoughts. So my dream now is not being able to be somebody or be an accountant or or make tons of money anymore. It decreased. My dream is just being able to just get a part-time job and go back to school. So I was able to do that before my schizoaffective hit me. So I know some people, after they take Latuda, for example, the newest medication, they're able to go back to work, back to school, get their degree, you know? So I just want to be able to do that. That's all I ask. And I've been inactive for like 9 years. Well, since 2006, that was my last job as a truck driver. Well, I was on disability, and my the stress triggered my mental illness again. So I'm just wondering for those of you who were able to recover, if you recovered from your mental illness, you know, what meds are you on? How did you do it? Did you get a good doctor? What is it? Is it the doctor? Is it therapy? Because I'm going to therapy for 10 months and it's not working still. I'm unable to take classes. I worry too much. I still suffer from GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, and OCD. Now, generalized anxiety disorder is severe. It's to a point where I want to stay in my room. I don't want to talk to anybody for days or weeks. I don't want to go outside. I dread going outside, man. It just gives me anxiety, and people around me just give me anxiety. I just tend to.
I used to struggle with anxiety, and it's actually one of my diagnoses. I used to take Ativan, Klonopin, Xanax, one of the three that got mixed in my life, and I no longer am on that since they are considered drugs that can inhibit you because they build up tolerance over time, and you have to keep taking in order it to be effective. So that's the reason why I stopped that med because it's very addicting. But anyways, with general anxiety right now, I feel like you know I'm I didn't say I got over. I just learned to manage it better. I no longer have that issue. Probably largely because I am on medication. He did mention what medications I am on. Right now, I currently take 120 milligrams of Latuda at night, 150 milligrams, or let's see, is it 300? I take 150 milligrams, two tablets, or yeah, 150 milligrams, two tablets at night for Lamictal. I take Zymbalta 60 milligrams in the morning. I take Zymbalta 30 milligrams at night, so that's 90 total. I take metoprolol 25 milligrams twice daily in the morning, and I take that actually sums it up. So Latuda, Lamictal, Zymbalta, metoprolol. That's all I take is 4 meds, and I feel like the Zymbalta saved me. The Latuda saved me from suicide ideations, and sleep properly, and the Lamictal helped save with suicide ideations, and also allowed me to work out as intensely as I do. I work out 2 to 3 hours a day, and that's primarily because it gets me something to do, and I really enjoy it. It's one of my passions. And not only that, like with lithium, like I stated, if you get too dehydrated or sweat too much, it can poison your body. The lithium toxicity is called. Anyways, let's get back to Zymbalta. That saved me from suicide ideations. That actually allowed me to work six months, which was my longest time I ever worked. And metoprolol helps with blood pressure. So, am I able to work full time? Probably. Do I want to work full time? No. Should I work? Probably, but am I taking any ambition to work? Nah. I feel like I'd rather have my own job. I'd rather have my me time. I'd rather do what I want to do when I want. And I don't know if I'm stubborn, but at the same time, I'm living a pretty happy life. It does get boring at times. I do have problems with my brother thinking that I just don't do anything with my life, which is probably two half the time because I kind of just stare at walls. I'm unsure on what I should be doing. So this is the reason why I'm making this video, is because I'm bored. So in the end, what has allowed me to possibly work full time? Well, the medications I am is work, and this can take years for you to find the right medications, and is a continuing maintenance project for you. So generally and speaking, I always have maintenance on my medications. So here and there I might increase, decrease, start a new med, but right now I'm pretty stable, and I probably could work if I really want to. At least I know I'm pretty happy, and overall I'm accomplishing things that I really want to do as an artist, musician, fitness. Those three goals generally has allowed me to achieve what I want to, along with the piano tuning, the A+ certification work, and that keeps me pretty largely busy every day. So along with the chores that I do out with my dad, since he's disabled, he had a broken back since he was in his mid 40s. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I hope this guy finds some ability to get himself where he really needs to go, because it seems like he's really struggling in this video that I just came across.
Think, what if they judge me? What if they say, hey, why are you anxious? Or they say, hey, why are you, whatever question they may ask. Even when I go to get a haircut, they say, the guy says, so how's your day going? And that gives you anxiety. So I don't know what it is, but I know for sure it's GAD and social anxiety and OCD. Now OCD doesn't bother me that much because it's mild, but the GAD, it's severe, and social anxiety, I would say I put it kind of mild. Now they come with schizoaffective, so probably know if you have bipolar or schizophrenia or schizoaffective, you may have all those or some of those conditions as well. They occur with each other. It comes with it. So again, my question is, how are you able to go back to work, to school, chase your dreams? Being able to do something in your life and not just stay on disability of minimum wage forever and ever until you actually, get tired of, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, never able to afford anything. The only thing significant progress that I made while I was on medications, while I was on Invega and everything, I was able to do 3 years of guitar lessons, but that was just once a week that my teacher came home and I was taking lessons and practicing daily, like 30, 45 minutes daily. So anyways, I've been taking Latuda for 3 days now. In a few hours, when I take it in about 2 hours, couple hours, it's gonna be my fourth day. I notice improvements in mood. I'm less irritated right now, and also I feel less anxious and stuff.
No, it seems pretty good. I hope he gets onto a path. This is such an old video. I'll include his YouTube page in the description earlier, and it seems as though he hasn't loaded anything for 6 years, and I'm just curious on how this guy's been doing. It seems like, makes me wonder if he's actually maintaining stability right now. And I kind of like to just mention some YouTubers that I react to, because I know they're probably looking for opinions, advice when it comes to mental health. This guy has 49 subscribers. I'm probably going to post a link to my reaction to his video, because I'm hoping to get some update on his schizoaffective disorder. He did mention he was on Latuda, and I started Latuda in 2014 too. And I've been where he was at with anxiety. Just felt very crazy at times because I didn't know what to do because I was so anxious. But yeah, so I pretty much described my work history, and I described my meds that I'm on, and I hope this video helps him in the end. I will be able to see this once I send him this link. So this is Travis with Beyond Bipolar blog. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to see future videos. Once again, I like to do reaction videos. I like to do advice videos. I like to do motivation videos, and I like to do fitness videos. So reach out to me if you have any comments, questions, or any advice. Thanks. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.